players around the court and gain control of your players using the left stick. My last gameplay tip is a takeover to equip on your best player. It's called Flash, but we call it Blur. Equip this on your favorite player, and whenever he has takeover, if you run at the defender's hip, you'll get an automatic blow-by every time.
Have you ever noticed logos above certain My Players in the city?
You may have seen one on yours truly, and it's a way to identify VIPs in the 2K community.
In 2K25, Team 2K TV has seen action with Kingsguard Keon Ellis, Blazer center DeAndre Ayton, and you never know who you might run into next.
Notice that NBA logo? That's a real player you could be hooping with or against. You might see logos for musicians, other professional athletes, community members, content creators, and celebrities.
So be ready to jump on that Got Next space because you might have a story to tell sometime soon. Joining us today for our wrap party is King Jordan and Power DF. We are so excited to have you two on the show. Joining Chris Manning, we're going to go 3v3 in Proving Grounds, try to get that W to celebrate the end of the season.
We are going to get that W to celebrate the end of the season.
For 2K TV. King Jordan, how are you?
I'm doing great. It's great running with Power DF and LD2K, and it's great to be back on 2K TV. Thank you for having me.
Power DF, what's going on?
I'm good. I'm excited. I almost thought you guys weren't going to bring me back. I thought it was a joke last time, but I'm ready to get in here. We're going to win. We're going to win, right, Jordan?
Definitely. We're going to win. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Now, real quick before we
A shot of the Celtics coming down the tunnel. They're not messing. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday. Both these teams, of course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Towns is out there with Anunoby. Then it's James. Then it's Robinson. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the two-guard spot. Now here's LeBron. Shot clock at 5. Back to Towns. Three-pointer, and the rejection by Wembanyama. Brown outside. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Brown's got the first basket of the game for the Celtics. Anunoby passes to LeBron. From past the arc, and Towns is good for 3.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Tatum. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Oh, great patience from Tatum there, not allowing the shot clock to rush him while he finds his spot.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with him. And this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Antetokounmpo against LeBron. Brown with the screen on James. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
Pass to James. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. No good there.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the look they want. It's tough working the mid-range area.
Shakes him. Antetokounmpo kicks to Porzingis. Back to Giannis. And here is Brown. Back to Giannis. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Antetokounmpo's got his second basket of the night.
And you love watching Giannis operate inside. So assertive.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And stolen by Wembanyama.
Remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Antetokounmpo against James. Brown with the screen on James. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Anunoby against Antetokounmpo. James dishes to Towns. Back to LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Now, Anunoby. After Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer. Towns. Porzingis with the block.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Gilgeous-Alexander against Brown. Tatum setting the pick for Giannis. Boston, no good that time either.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Outside, Towns. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to James. New York needs to get off a shot. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And it's the Celtics with the ball. Now here's Antetokounmpo. From deep three-point territory. And they recover it. And he trains the three, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hands.
To review the play.
Look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in his hand.
Yeah, and even if they don't show it, I know the refs are proud of themselves.
And that does it for the first quarter. Boston on top, up by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
They've got Antetokounmpo, Jaylen Brown out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Jason Tatum, and it's Porzingis in at the 5. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Outside, James. Towns, the pass to LeBron. Shot clock at 6. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Celtics leading by 6. You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Wembanyama passes to Brown. Puts the move on. That one, no good. Good D by Anunoby. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. D.A., we thank you for that. Down kicks to Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. LeBron outside. Towns dishes to LeBron. Clock at 6. The 15-footer. And Antetokounmpo with the block.
Love to see Giannis get aggressive on defense, using that reach to track down the block.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Boston leading by 6. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Brown. And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security.
Tatum gets the bucket.
Never a bad idea setting Tatum up.
Knicks trail by 7. There's 1:47 left to play in the first half. LeBron passes to Towns. Back to James. Over Giannis. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Brown outside. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Brown's got the lead up to 10 now for the Celtics. And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high. And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selection. You have to be set up for success.
Here's Tatum. Knicks with the rebound.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
Brown the pass to Giannis. To the right side. Outside Tatum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The Celtics shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
And so it's the Boston Celtics. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've been... All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum, getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Anunoby out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's James. And it's Robinson in at the pivot, manning the middle. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Outside Tatum. Anunoby. And so Anunoby will bring it up for the Knicks. 11-point game. Pass to James. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Robinson a screen on Brown. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis with the block. And he goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter.
Boston ball.
Celtics leading by 11. Here's Antetokounmpo. Down low. Gilgeous-Alexander cover. Brown, no good.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Antetokounmpo with the steal. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. LeBron stuffs it home.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
6 to shoot. From 12 feet out. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game. Inside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Jason Tatum. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Jack, David, remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. Glad they're still together. They need this one. Powers through inside. Giannis.
And defensively, you hope you've accounted for everything. Then Giannis whips out the floater. Insane.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Tatum. Anunoby outside. Tatum against Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Tatum. Launches it from deep. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. James kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. LeBron outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Free throw line jump shot. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
Outside Tatum. Porzingis king it over. Tatum against Anunoby. Tatum kicks to Brown. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Just his first attempt. And so it's Boston with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defensive mindset clearly focused on clamping down on LeBron James, and their game plan is working. We come back right after. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Knicks trail by 6. Porzingis is out there with Wembanyama. Then there's Jaylen Brown. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Giannis in at the point guard. That's the Boston 5. Anunoby passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Robinson a screen on Tatum. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Guarded by Tatum.
Money in the bank. Gilgeous-Alexander is more than happy to try his luck from that spot.
Giannis passes to Wembanyama. Now Brown. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Brown against Gilgeous-Alexander. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Jaylen Brown proven to be a tough customer.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Boston.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
They took what the defense gave them tonight, and that was the mid-range. I mean, very consistent from that part of the floor.
Towns against Wembanyama. To the paint. And James throws it down hard.
And what an explosive finisher LeBron is, rocking the rim whenever he goes up like that.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Boston. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. Listened in on what Joe Mazzulla told his team. While the team is up, Coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Knicks trail by 4. Outside, Towns wants to get it to Robinson and does. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
No good on the second free throw. Celtics leading by 4. Brown right side. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Giannis punches it home.
Making it look simple. The athleticism of Giannis on full display.
Pass to James. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Tatum with a screen on Robinson. Giannis passes to Tatum. Tatum draws the double. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Antetokounmpo, no good. Knicks trail by 6. Anunoby kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. With the crossover. Some solid defense from Brown. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Giannis. Inside. Antetokounmpo. Automatic.
And his athleticism comes through in all kinds of ways. You've got to be nimble to make moves like Giannis.
Robinson a screen on Antetokounmpo. With the fadeaway. And Gilgeous-Alexander the bucket on the assist by James. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 in the second half. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Tatum dishes to Brown. He can't hit that time. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Celtics leading by 6. Tipped away. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. The finish, and Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And what a shot from Gilgeous Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment. Wow.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now.
Celtics Entertainment.
James against Giannis. Tatum with the screen on LeBron. And Antetokounmpo inside. Working on James. Time on the clock. And they go to the intentional foul.
Anunoby. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Wembanyama. They double team Wembanyama. Pass to Tatum. There's the three. Cans it from downtown. And the Celtics lead by 7.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. James, the pass to Robinson. Some nice passing by New York here. Gilgeous Alexander against Tatum. Towns for 3. The rebound by Jason Tatum. LeBron against Antetokounmpo. So it's the Boston Celtics with the W. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially...
Thank you for that, David. And that about wraps it up. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.
Introducing his
What should we expect in a veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, B.A., it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
Here's the starting group for the Milwaukee Bucks. Bobby Portis out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's Antetokounmpo in it to one.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
James with a steal. George outside. Pass to Drummond. Back to George. James deciding where to go with it. 6 to shoot. Now Embiid. Over Portis. Embiid gets the bucket.
And Embiid has this shot in his bag. He's confident from that area.
James against Antetokounmpo. Right side Tatum. James against Antetokounmpo. Now here's Tatum. Defense is right there. And he buries his first look.
We know Tatum's got a terrific jumper.
But I like when he pounds that paint, too.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Doesn't go for him. Antetokounmpo finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Tatum a screen on Leonard. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Tatum. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Joel Embiid.
And Tatum does a little bit of everything, and he's especially skilled down low. Fantastic at drawing the defense into him and playing off the contact while he's going up for a shot.
The 76ers have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Nick Nurse, and he acknowledged that they're facing one of the most dynamic players in the league in Gilgeous-Alexander. He said there's no way to defend him, that his speed and movement, we need to be ready to rotate and help on every possession. Still, he said they're all looking forward to the challenge.
And Allie, thanks.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He wants to review the game plan. Well, Clark, we all continue to be amazed by Giannis. What do you like most about his game?
I just think his passion and energy and relentless effort, he gives it to you every time he steps between the line. You get the sense he's not taking any plays off, and he's trying his very best, and that's an endearing quality and something I've really admired about his game throughout his career.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. With the fadeaway. Leonard can't get it to go. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. Here's Tatum. And it's blocked by Embiid.
Embiid stiff-arming that shot with authority. No mercy.
George outside. Back to James. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Leonard. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Tatum. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Tatum's got 7.
You got to D-up Tatum from deep. He's got that kind of range.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Leonard. And stolen by Antetokounmpo. From the baseline. Good on the jump shot.
Major props to Antetokounmpo for skying up for the jump shot. I mean, he definitely feels at ease shooting because, quite honestly, there aren't many players in the league that can even come close to blocking his shots.
So it's Philadelphia now. After the basket by Milwaukee on the other end. Basket's good.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo outside. Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
James against Antetokounmpo. James passes to Embiid. James, a screen on Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. George, no good.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Tatum. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by the Sixers.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Milwaukee out in front, up by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, what stands out to you from Milwaukee in this one?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Taking a look at the Bucks. Bobby Portis out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. 76ers trail by 4. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Joel Embiid is setting records with his scoring, but he said, when I get stuck into just being a scorer, that's not the best version of me. I like sharing the ball. As you've seen the last couple of years, the teams that have won, they move the ball. Nothing is static. So that's how we should play. Pretty simple, Brian.
Yeah, great understanding, right? Thanks, Allie. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
What a 22-23 season it was for Joel Embiid. Named MVP with the Sixers, Clark.
Yeah, and that was Philly's first MVP since the answer. Allen Iverson back in 2001. Embiid led the league in scoring at over 33 a game on 55% shooting from the floor. Remarkable. Nobody could stop him. He was virtually unguardable.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Tatum. Offline with a 3. 76ers trail by 4. Pass to James. Here's Embiid. Look at Embiid with the skilled finish.
Hey, Embiid is used to this. It's second nature to him. That's why he's so good at being able to score through contact.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Two minutes now played in the second quarter. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
And here's James. He's got 7. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Pass to Embiid. Tatum against George. On target from range. George has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Smooth and consistent. That's how I describe George's three-point shooting.
Outside Tatum. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Leonard. Ooh, SGA able to hit with very little airspace.
Yeah, total focus from Shai there. Ready to go off the feed.
George outside. From the high post. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Oh, Tatum taking flight.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one, doing it all.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. It's a 5-point game. James, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:07 left to play in the second quarter. And there's James from the arc. Kept alive.
There are a few men in the league that attack the glass as well as Drummond does. He's almost unstoppable chasing down second points. He's a tenacious and ferocious offensive rebounder.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Tatum. And the three off target. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. Leonard on the wing. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. George outside. 5 to shoot. The shot's good on the assist by James. George has got 6.
Seems effortless for George, that quick release of his.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to Tatum. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Leonard against Antetokounmpo. George a screen on Antetokounmpo. Here's James. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. It's all tied in Philadelphia. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports. After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today?
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
The Bucks shooting about 56% in this one. We've got Paul George. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's James, and it's Leonard in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands this team wants him to be aggressive on offense. Love watching him go to work.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis' career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
Not backing away from the physicality of the game, Drummond is never afraid of getting hit when he's trying to score.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here. Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Well, Grant, from roster to coaching changes, the Bucks have been trying to become an even more elite team.
Yeah, teams are always tinkering now these days, B.A. The Bucks know they are a high-level team, but they want to dominate the competition on another level.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' 2 stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. To the paint. Here's Lopez. Good work defensively by Drummond. The Sixers trailing. Leonard outside for the lead. The shot no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Tatum. And finished off by Tatum.
Tatum, like most players, is best when he's aggressive and attacking the basket.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity. Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Pass to Portis. George against Tatum. Clock at 6. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lopez.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. James passes to Embiid. George with it, hounded by Tatum. Back to Embiid. Out to James. And another miss by Philadelphia.
At some point, you need to know when to stop shooting. Just too many misses piling up for him.
James with a steal. Here we go, the Sixers on the break. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, Leonard, underrated as an athlete. When he's driving with purpose, it really puts the defense in a bind.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard. But Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from three for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-on-one player capable of carrying a team.
Here's James. The Sixers with another miss.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Inside, Drummond. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. That's on Brook Lopez.
Drummond simply able to take on the tough defense and finish through contact because of his brute strength.
This will be his third free throw attempt of the game. And Grant, the combination of Giannis and Lillard, one of the most fearsome pick-and-roll tandems the league has ever seen.
You're spot on, B.A. You surround them with shooting, and you have the makings of an offensive juggernaut.
Shot clock at 6. 14 feet away. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to James. Now here's George. This one for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 4 assists now tonight. Hawks trail by 5. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Antetokounmpo. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that time also a missed shot. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Lopez. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Running the show, Gilgeous-Alexander is talented as a passer.
Philadelphia leading by 3. It's hauled in by Portis. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo, right side. There's 10 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. 6 to shoot. Lopez, the screen on Leonard. Here's Antetokounmpo. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Philadelphia on top, leading by 3. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
All right, fans, here comes that fourth quarter.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the floor for Milwaukee, starting the fourth quarter. They've got Brook Lopez. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then it's Bobby Portis, and it's Tatum in at the small forward position. Portis' shot is off.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Here's Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got his 5th assist in this one. Antetokounmpo against James. Down low. Here's Tatum. Oh, and it's Tatum finishing it off inside.
Decision-making of Giannis Antetokounmpo, I mean, he seems to improve on his passing every season, which is impressive.
Embiid against Portis. James, left side. Tries to break his ice. Giannis with the rebound. Antetokounmpo has got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, Leonard with the block.
Those long arms and big hands of Leonard helping him send that one back.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and it'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. Coach was blunt with his assistant. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Philadelphia with another miss.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Tatum, a screen on Drummond. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Tatum. The Bucks need to get up a shot here. Antetokounmpo, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Sixers leading. Pass to Leonard. James, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. With the teardrop. Rejected by Lopez.
Great timing on Lopez's part there to swat down that attempt.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he lobs it up to the rim. Outside Tatum. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
A young man who has an appetite for greatness, always pushing himself, is Jason Tatum.
That one's no good.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Tatum draws the double. Portis, the pass to Tatum. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The 76ers have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Drummond, the screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to James. Over on Antetokounmpo. James can't get it to go. And Milwaukee shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Portis.
The slam for Portis, impressive. Using that size around the rack.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. They set the screen. Pass to James. Back to Leonard. Drummond with the ball. Clock at 6. They get back on track. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
And at 250 lbs, Embiid is a terror inside, using that large frame to draw those fouls.
And Embiid drops them both.
Free throw shooting comes into focus in tight games. As usual, he's up to the task.
Antetokounmpo against James. Tatum, screen on James. Oh, the strength of Giannis.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
James passes to Leonard. Back to James. With the floater. Good D by Antetokounmpo. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. A big-time flush by Giannis.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
George, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Leonard for three. Philadelphia with another miss. And they go to the intentional foul.
LeBron James. That's his second personal foul. Third team foul.
32 seconds left in the fourth. And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his third personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That's how you protect the lead. Build it out with clutch free throws.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here.
Way to go, everyone. Let's hear it for you.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Looking to end this cold spell. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
That's his second.
Yeah, the defense has to be careful with LeBron. I mean, he's a clever shooter who knows how to draw fouls. He uses his body really well.
2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that brings him within 5. Both free throws good from James. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. 20 seconds left to play in the fourth. George passes to James. Back to George. Over Antetokounmpo. It falls!
And because of Paul George's composure and even-keeled nature, his teammates have great trust in him in these situations.
That's his first personal foul. Team is already in the penalty. At the line for the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 shots.
The first of two, no good. A heartbreaker. And he ends up making the second, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. 8 seconds left in the fourth. James passes to Drummond. Leonard for three. No good. And so it's Milwaukee who scraped by with the win. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Giannis, congratulations on the win. How does this team continue to improve as the season goes on?
We just got to pick it up from where we left this game. Each game is going to get harder, but we got to trust one another, play the basketball we can play, and everything's going to take care of itself.
When everyone's out to get you, you can't let up. Thanks so much, Giannis.
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.
The marquee matchup here tonight, two of the NBA's best teams, is some of the best players.
And it's bound to be a fun one, right? There is elite talent on the floor. In this kind of a powerhouse matchup, both teams are looking to make a statement.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Rudy Gobert. And then there's Antetokounmpo. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Tatum in at the 3 spot. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Edwards passes to Antetokounmpo. Excellent defense there from Zubac. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Tyronn Lue.
Coach said they want to force Jason Tatum to uncomfortable spots on the floor. Now, they recognize those spots are few and far between, but Coach wants to keep Tatum out of the paint specifically. If his team can do that and force Tatum to shoot more from outside, they feel relatively good about their chances. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
I love that Rudy left no doubt. Show off that power, Rudy.
Outside, Simmons trying to find Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets it to him.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing.
An amazing athlete. The length, speed, the Giannis is borderline impossible to guard when he is playing downhill.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Edwards against Gilgeous-Alexander. LeBron with a screen on Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander finds James. It's good.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
Down low, here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. And I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. McDaniels dishes to Antetokounmpo. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Simmons. Pass to LeBron. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. 6 points for LeBron.
This guy is unguardable in the open floor. When LeBron gets into space, you might as well turn the lights out.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And the dunk by Tatum.
You see the level of verticality that Jason Tatum brings to the table. Nice.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He had Simmons atop the key. Just 5 to shoot. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
To the middle. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Antetokounmpo against LeBron. Simmons passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lays it up off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket tonight.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Up top, Edwards. The shot from 20 feet away. It's hauled in by Zubac. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. No good from Simmons.
You will have to finish harder than that if you want to convert in traffic.
Here's McDaniels. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
LeBron with it. He has 6. Pass to Zubac. Back to James. Steps back and shoots. Here's Zubac. Knocked loose.
Oh, no excuse for a guy of his caliber. You've got to finish that slam. Got to be a little embarrassed by that.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. They've got Gobert. Edwards is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Jason Tatum. And it's McDaniels in at the power forward position. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to LeBron. Let's go. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. LeBron's got 8 points.
I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
Antetokounmpo finds Edwards. Tries the spin move. Edwards getting the close range too.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Back to Leonard. LeBron outside. Zubac with the screen for LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. And now Minnesota on the fast break. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And the first one drops. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
The shot off that time. Great tee that time from Edwards. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. One guy who now seems to be a perennial MVP candidate, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Doris. He is rocketing up the charts.
He is, Kevin. There's no doubt about it. He can consistently put 30 on you like it's absolutely nothing. He gives you everything else as well, including incredible leadership and great teammate skills.
If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How has he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Here's Tatum. LeBron grabs the miss.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try to lead.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Edwards. And Gobert with the basket on the assist from Edwards. Edwards got his 4th assist in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. screen by James. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. And again, no good by the Clippers. Timberwolves leading by 6. McDaniels dishes to Tatum. Outside Edwards. Tatum with a screen on James. Edwards passes to Tatum. Tatum with another miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And it's Leonard missing. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Edwards against LeBron. Now here's Tatum. Right side, Edwards. Simmons with the defensive effort. Clippers trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Defended by Gobert. Leonard with the screen on Gobert. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now defended by Gobert.
And you can see that backcourt just setting the tone for the entire team.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we set. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot drumline. They're thinking about the shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Ben Simmons is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's James. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 2. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. Outside Edwards. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
The game now all-time. That's 12 points for LeBron.
You call this a groove, folks. Offensively, when shots are falling, you're getting to your spots. LeBron James right now on his personal playground.
Antetokounmpo passes to McDaniels. Here's Edwards. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Leonard. To the inside. Stolen by McDaniels. And even 3-on-3 break. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And here's Edwards from the arc. Edwards with another miss. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Offensive rebound. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Defensive foul.
So we'll see Ben Simmons go to the line here. That's on Jaden McDaniels. The Clippers shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Greg, looking back to last season, the Clippers had one red-hot stretch.
That's right. They went on a 26-5 run between December and February. It finally showed how dangerous that team could be when healthy.
Giannis sets a screen for Edwards. Down low, poked away, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points for him. Over Edwards. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 3. Pass to Tatum. Here's McDaniels. Now here's Tatum. Covered by LeBron. Tatum passes to Edwards. Over in the corner, McDaniels. And stolen by Leonard. LeBron right to the finish.
Now, Kawhi Leonard understands when and where to deliver the ball to his teammates. Pretty play.
Edwards, a screen on Simmons. And here's Edwards. He's got 5. Pass to McDaniels. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots a fader. Down is no good. And here's Los Angeles. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Stolen by McDaniels. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break.
And attacking with all that width. When Giannis drives, he's either scoring or at least getting the foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Tatum. Tries it from 19, and the shot goes in. Tatum's got his second basket.
Boy, that jumper is as pure as it gets. Jason Tatum off a pass from his teammate makes easy work of it.
Outside, Simmons. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Timberwolves trail by 4. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Clippers are inaugurating their new arena this season, and they're set to host the All-Star Game next season. It will mark the 7th time that the LA area has hosted the All-Star facilities. Kevin, there will be no shortage of stars in attendance.
That's always the way it is in LA. You're so right, David. It ought to be quite a spectacle. Just 5 on the clock. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Zubac. Simmons inside the line. Rebound, Minnesota. Giannis with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Hard work pays off right there. Anthony Edwards finds himself in the paint and draws contact.
Minnesota shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And it's tied up with that one.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to James. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
I always like to hold for the last shot right here.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance at momentum away from your opponent. Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that
one. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And we've got more action coming. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Jaden McDaniels is out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the point guard position. Knocks down the 3 ball.
How about Gobert with the find? On time and on target. Nicely done, Rudy.
Outside, James. Pass to Simmons. Back to LeBron. Outside, Leonard fires for 3. Good, and the assist goes to James. Hunter's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Yeah, I just had a feeling Kawhi Leonard would respond with a three of his own. Beautiful.
Simmons against Antetokounmpo. Outside Edwards. And another three for Minnesota.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
James a screen on Edwards. James finds Leonard. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Antetokounmpo up top. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. LeBron James on the wing. Outside, Simmons. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Simmons sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. They get it again. A second chance effort. Back to Simmons. Gilgeous-Alexander sets the screen for Simmons. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Tatum with the screen on James from outside the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Gilgeous-Alexander against Tatum. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Zubac with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from Zubac. Timberwolves leading by 3. Tatum dishes to Antetokounmpo. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Look at Edwards shooting home the 3.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Bounce pass from Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's LeBron. Oh, he jams it right over Giannis Antetokounmpo. Wow!
We all know LeBron wants to take these shots. When the pressure is at its highest, he does not shy away from making the play his team needs.
Pass to McDaniels. Here's Antetokounmpo. Guarded by Simmons. Giannis is double. McDaniels kicks to Tatum. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
James, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Nobody near Leonard. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5 assists in the game. Outside Edwards. Edwards drawing the double team. 5-2 Edwards.
We know this about Anthony Edwards. He is fearless in these moments. That's a big-time clutch delivery.
James looking around. Pass to Leonard. Simmons sets a screen for Leonard. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Showing no hesitation and in a huge moment. Kawhi wants the ball when they need a bucket.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Tatum. And here's Gobert. The flush by Tatum.
Unshakable trust in Jason Tatum in this sort of situation. Their staff just puts the ball in his hands and lets him make plays.
With a short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. Now, he told his guys they could do this. In the huddle, he said, we've been here before and come back. So we know we can do this. We just have to believe. Inspiring words. We'll see if they live up to them. Guys?
Thank you, David. And that's an intentional foul.
First team foul.
We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And no good is the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. So he comes up empty, missing both.
It looks like he was a little tight on the line that time. Could have and should have closed it out.
Stand up. Make some more.
And here are the Clippers.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
They've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Personal foul. Fourth team foul. Shooting for Minnesota.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Shooting 2.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, what a performer this guy is. Game is on the line. He stands up and delivers.
And here's Simmons for 3. Misses. And so the Timberwolves take the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Jason. It was a struggle last time.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
Grounds and take on some of the best competition out there. Power, what build are you running with today?
I'm running with an upgraded version of my Spratz 3-level scoring threat. It has an 89, almost 90.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of... Regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Wembanyama out there with Green. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it's Curry in at the 2. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Curry. The 3. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo, and that one goes in.
So fast off the catch, Curry sometimes downright impossible to guard.
James outside. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Outside Wembanyama. Pass to Curry. The 3 is up. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
I mean, just so easy for Curry to get that 3 off. Beautiful shot.
Thompson scanning the floor. James, right side. Over Antetokounmpo. James can't get it to go. Golden State has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Outside Wembanyama. Gilgeous-Alexander against Butler. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Well, Brent, although he hasn't won an MVP since 2020, Giannis has been a finalist every season.
Well, B.A., I just wonder if the voter fatigue is something that Giannis is tired of. Forget the voters. Maybe he just wants to focus on getting back to that level. Obviously, in the past couple seasons, you could say that he might have deserved one more, but this is one of the best two-way players in the league, and he's not going anywhere.
For 3, James. And another miss by Houston. Golden State with the ball. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka for a minute. He said they spent all week watching film on Victor Wembanyama, trying to find flaws that they could take advantage of. No such luck. So their mission tonight is to try to make someone else beat them, which coach admits could be fool's errand.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. James, left side. 6 on the shot clock. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Soft touch off the glass.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Thompson, following the score by Golden State. James, that's good.
Instead of playing through LeBron, that time they set him up.
Here's Golden State. They're on a 13-5 run. Curry surveys. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Over James. And so ball out of bounds. Thompson touched it last.
Warriors ball.
Curry finds Butler.
And that's the kind of in-your-face defense that's setting the tone for SGA and the rest of his team.
Pass to Adams. To the middle. They double him with Curry. Takes one from 10 feet. And it's Adams missing.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Outside Wembanyama. Tipped. Clock at 6. Curry passes to Wembanyama. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by Houston. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's James. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. This will be his 3rd free throw of the game. The Warriors lead by 5. Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Curry. 3-pointer. Oh, and he can't make that one. 2 for 3 now. His first miss. Thompson passes to James. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That 3's off the mark. And so the first quarter is in the books. Warriors ahead. They lead by 5. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Warriors.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. They've got Giannis Antetokounmpo, Jimmy Butler out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's Green in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, You think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Jimmy Butler's such an all-around player. He said, I don't need to be a 40-point scorer. My role is to impact winning. I just control what I can control in the end, play the right way, stay aggressive, and do whatever it takes to get my team the win. And Brian, he is good at his job.
Well, playoff Jimmy is a real thing, whether he'll admit it or not.
There's a great pace to Gilgeous-Alexander's game. The mid-range fits well.
Butler passes to Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama hitting from deep.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Warriors.
Golden State fall.
And so it's Antetokounmpo with it. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Pass to Curry. Outside for Butler. 4 on the clock. Here's Antetokounmpo. James with the rebound. Rockets trail by 9. To the inside. Here's Eason. No luck on that one. Wembanyama with some nice D. Curry against James. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Wembanyama. Back to Antetokounmpo. Puts it up from 12, and he hits the jumper. Antetokounmpo has got 6 points. All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, B.A., the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, have the ball in their hands, and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
Well, Brent, it's been a blessing to watch Stephen Curry in real time. But he's the kind of player, his highlights will stand the test of time for years.
The best shooter that's ever played the game. Yes, it's been a real treat, B.A., to watch all of that happen. But gotta give credit to Steph. The early part of his career, shaky with the injuries, the confidence never wavered, and then all of a sudden, behind these magical hands, the game had changed.
Now, here is James.
2 minutes.
Give him 8 points now.
Just shake your head at the size of LeBron James, and once he gets into the paint and gets pinballed around, gets that contact and finds free throws.
Houston shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. And he can't hit the second. You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with. Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
James against Antetokounmpo. Outside Wembanyama. Here's Green. And rejected. James against Green. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
With great mobility in the 8-foot wingspan. Yes, 8 foot. Wembanyama easily wipes that shot away.
The Warriors lead by 11. On the wing, Curry. Pass to Wembanyama. Curry against Eason. From outside the arc. That's good from Curry on the assist by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 3 assists tonight. Curry's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's Adams. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Butler covering. SGA using that size.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
Antetokounmpo against James. Now here's Antetokounmpo, tightly guarded. Here's Wembanyama. It's good! It's good at the buzzer! Wow!
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. The team is pumped up.
Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. More 2K action in just a moment.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Runs. They're thinking about the shot.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Steven Adams out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Thompson. And it's James in at the point. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Alex. And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game coming at any defense that people throw at him.
No good on the free throw. Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him, or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, BA, there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can, but inside, Giannis is going to get there, and he's going to devastate you.
And Giannis will just about do anything the coaching staff asks. A true team player.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds James. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. They pinned that one on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
So hard to contain LeBron. He's explosive and clever and unpredictable. It's kind of a nightmare for any defense.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from James. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Antetokounmpo surveys. Here's Curry. Oh, the swat by Adams.
Well, he can be intimidating. Steven Adams, such a big frame down there, and great timing on that block.
Outside Butler. Shot clock at 6. Screen by Antetokounmpo. From 20 feet. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Eason. Over Curry. That's good from Eason. On the assist by Thompson. Eason's got his first points of the game. And it's Butler with the ball for Golden State. 17 points was their biggest margin. And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
Once again for your lunch crew.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Outside Curry from deep three-point land. And the Warriors get it back. On the wing, Curry. 6 to shoot. Tries again. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They're doing what they can do to mount a comeback.
And BA, they don't have to get it all back at once. Just focus on making every possession count.
Now here's Thompson. Still no points. Eason, good.
Nice find by Thompson. Now, good to see him sharing the ball like this.
The Warriors have gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Curry passes to Antetokounmpo. James with the block.
That anticipation off the charts. Great job by LeBron to deny that one.
2 minutes. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 4th assist in this one. Wembanyama with it. He's got 10. And here's Butler outside. Jimmy buckets with the tray.
Retaliation there as Butler's competitiveness flaring up as he answers from the arc.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. And there's James from the arc. It's rebounded by Golden State. Wembanyama's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Thompson with a steal. Here's James. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama. To the paint. Here's Green. Oh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Steven Adams.
There's so much glue in this guy as Draymond focuses on making all the winning plays that he possibly can.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. And let's talk about Draymond Green for a moment. Certainly one of the most outspoken players in the league, Brent.
Well, Draymond has never held back, whether he's talking about his opinion or the way that he sees the game, which is remarkable and a revelation to his intelligence as a defender on the floor. Draymond Green has been special on the defensive end throughout his career.
And here are the Warriors now, after the basket by Houston. Gilgeous-Alexander against Butler. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo. Oh, look out! Giannis, unbelievable!
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Rockets trail by 12. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And he makes the first.
That's the line for your Rockets.
He's off on the second. The Warriors lead by 11. Butler passes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Butler. On the wing, Green. Right side, Curry. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night.
At the line for the Warriors.
And so Curry nails both of them.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line. And when he's on, he can be lights out.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors in a good the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Rockets trail by 13. On the court for Golden State to start the fourth. They've got Stephen Curry, Wembanyama out there with Green. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Butler in at the small forward position.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Outside Curry, beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Houston. Adams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, good work defensively by Butler. The Warriors lead by 13. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Outside Curry. Back to Antetokounmpo. Outside for Wembanyama. 5 on the clock. James with a steal. In transition, here they come. The finish. LeBron on the brink.
Just making his way through every part of that defense. Drives in, gets contact.
A few possessions into the fourth. Just over a minute played. The shot by Wembanyama, no good.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Assertive shot by Gilgeous-Alexander, not giving him a chance.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. And they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Let's see if they do, Brian.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. Now, here is James. Pass to Adams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he's now 6 for 11 after that one.
And we're all too familiar with these kind of outbursts from SGA.
The Warriors lead by 10. Now Butler, outside Curry, from deep. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got his 6th rebound on the night. Thompson passes to James. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists tonight.
SGA doesn't rely on the 3 to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Pass to Curry. Outside Wembanyama. There's the 3. Yes, sir! Wembanyama, the response.
Wembanyama quickly with one of his own, firing right back.
James against Antetokounmpo. Adams with a screen on Antetokounmpo. Inside. And it's slammed in by Adams.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
James against Antetokounmpo. And they double up Antetokounmpo. Pass to Butler. Jimmy Butler on the attack. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Houston. James, left side, to the left side wing. And here's Thompson. Adams with a screen on Curry. To the middle. Outside Eason. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Clock at 4. From deep three-point land. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Antetokounmpo against Adams. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Houston.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Gilgeous-Alexander, no good.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Outside Curry. Fires for 3. James with the rebound. 32 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Butler surveying the floor. Outside Curry takes the three, nails it from three. And the Warriors lead by 11.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yeah, when you step into an opposing team's arena and you can play with this type of composure, boy, that food tastes good on the way out of town.
And so it's the Warriors taking care of business in this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Steph, I know it's still early, but how do you evaluate this team and its ability to go the distance?
In terms of communicating about our principles and how we're going to be successful, trying to chase that championship, we're definitely on the same page. Just a matter of staying focused every night, giving the best effort we can, and just enjoying the journey because it's a long year.
Well, you've been there. You know what it takes. Thanks, Steph.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Bering, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And now, time for our player of the game, Victor Wembanyama.